Right then, let's talk about a car that needs no introduction, but always deserves one, the Toyota Supra. When the current to 90 generation burst back onto the scene, it was like a rock band reforming for a sellout tour. After years, decades even of waiting, the icon was reborn looking sharp and ready to rumble. It shared a fair bit under the skin with a certain German sports car, a fact that got chins wagging. But once you were behind the wheel, it carved out its own distinct personality. It was and is a proper driver's machine, a welcome shot of adrenaline. In a world increasingly obsessed with sensible crossovers, the return was triumphant. A bold statement that Toyota still knew how to make our hearts beat faster. What truly made this Supra click with enthusiasts? Well, for starters, just look at it, those aggressive lines, the double bubble roof, the purposeful stance. It screams performance even when parked. Then there's the heart of the beast, a silky, smooth, straight six engine delivering a wave of torque that pins you to your seat. It handled with a delightful balance, eager to play, yet composed when you needed it to be. For many, it was a modern interpretation of a legend, bringing back fond memories of its A80 predecessor, while offering contemporary thrills. It wasn't just a car, it was an event, a piece of automotive theater that we were all thrilled to witness and experience. But as with all good things, this particular chapter for the Supra is drawing to a close. The word on the street confirmed by those in the know at Toyota is that the current R90 model is being phased out. Now, before you start composing mournful ballads, it's important to understand this isn't a full stop, more like a dramatic pause. It's a moment that will undoubtedly bring a tinge of sadness to many a petrol head, especially those who've recently taken the plunge or were still dreaming of doing so. This iteration has certainly made its mark, proving the Supra name still carries immense weight and desirability in the modern automotive landscape. The significance of this phasing out period cannot be understated. For a nameplate as revered as the Supra, it signals the end of a specific era, one defined by its unique collaborative genesis and its re-establishment as a serious performance contender. Car enthusiasts globally will be watching Toyota's next move with bated breath. The rumor mill naturally is already spinning at full chat, speculating wildly about what the future might hold. Will the next iteration be an old Toyota affair? Will it embrace electrification? These are the questions keeping us all on the edge of our seats, eagerly awaiting the next thrilling installment in the Supra saga. Now, you might be wondering why Toyota would call time on such a popular and capable machine. It's not because they've suddenly fallen out of love with fast cars. Far from it. The truth lies in the ever-shifting and often challenging landscape of this automotive world. We're talking about the harsh realities of regulations, new rules concerning emissions, safety standards, and even noise levels are constantly being introduced, and they are becoming increasingly stringent. Keeping an existing model compliant with this relentless march of legislation requires significant and often very costly ongoing investment and re-engineering efforts, which can be a tough pill to swallow. This brings us squarely to the cost factor. Adapting an existing platform, especially one co-developed with another manufacturer, to meet a whole new raft of future regulations isn't just a case of tweaking a bit of software or adding a new sensor. It often means substantial redesigns, new components, and extensive retesting. The financial outlay can quickly become prohibitive, particularly for a niche sports car where sales volumes, while healthy for its segment, don't compare to mass market models. Manufacturers constantly have to weigh these investments against potential returns. And sometimes a fresh start is simply the more sensible, albeit difficult decision to make. Toyota's top brass have been quite candid about this. Cooper Erickson, a senior figure at Toyota North America, used a rather neat analogy, stating that the Supra effectively needs a new house. What he means is that the current underpinnings, the fundamental architecture of the car, have reached a point where they can't easily support the next generation of technology and regulatory requirements. It's not about a simple renovation. It demands entirely new foundations. This indicates that the next Supra won't just be a mild update. It will likely be a ground-up reconsideration of what the car needs to be for the years ahead, which is actually quite exciting. So this decision to phase out the current model isn't a sign of Toyota abandoning the Supra. Think of it more as a strategic regrouping, a pragmatic response to external pressures, and a clear-eyed view of long-term product planning. The spirit of the Supra, that thrilling essence that makes it so special, is very much alive within Toyota. They understand its importance, its heritage, and the passion it ignites in fans. This hiatus is about ensuring that when the Supra does return, it's not just compliant, but cutting edge and ready to define another generation of performance for the brand. The good news, the really brilliant news for anyone with even a drop of high octane fuel in their veins, is that Toyota has no intention of letting the Supra name fade into the history books. Again, executives have been quite vocal, expressing a clear desire and a firm plan to bring back this iconic sports car. They recognize that the Supra is more than just another model in their lineup. It's a legend, a halo car that casts a bright light across the entire Toyota brand. This commitment from the very top is a massive reassurance that the story is far from over, and the anticipation for its next chapter can officially begin to build. One crucial lesson Toyota seems to have learned from the past is the pain of a long goodbye. The gap between the beloved 80 generation, the hero of the 90s, and the current A90 felt like an eternity to enthusiasts. It was a void in the sports car world that many feared would never be filled. This time around, Toyota is aiming to make the intermission significantly shorter. They are acutely aware that the fan base is passionate and, dare I say, a little impatient. The goal is to get the next Supra into our hands sooner rather than later, which is music to our ears. Consider the rise of Toyota's Gazoo racing division. This isn't some half-hearted marketing exercise. GR is deadly serious about performance. We've seen it with the giant-slaying GR Yaris, the fantastically balanced GR86, another successful collaboration, this time with Subaru, and the practical yet potent GR Corolla. The Supra sits proudly at the pinnacle of this GR hierarchy, serving as an aspirational flagship for Gazoo racing to truly flourish and maintain its credibility. Flagship sports car like the Supra is not just desirable, it's practically essential. It's the ultimate expression of their engineering prowess and racing spirit. Ultimately, the Supra holds a very special place in Toyota's corporate heart, one that transcends mere sales figures or profit margins. It's deeply intertwined with the company's rich motorsport heritage, its engineering ambition, and its direct line of communication with true driving enthusiasts. The Supra is a symbol, a testament to Toyota's capability to create cars that stir the soul and quicken the pulse. It's a legacy they are keen to protect and enhance. This current pause, therefore, is not an ending, but a careful preparation for a spectacular new beginning for this automotive icon. So the burning question on everyone's lips is, what will the next Toyota Supra actually look like? And how will it come to be? The most exciting and perhaps most challenging path would be for Toyota to develop the next iteration entirely in-house. Imagine a Supra conceived, designed, and engineered purely from Toyota's own vision and resources, perhaps drawing heavily on the expertise of the Gazoo racing division. This would allow for an undiluted expression of what Toyota believes. A modern Supra should be a real statement piece, showcasing their technological capabilities and passion for performance without compromise. It would be a bold move for sure. Alternatively, Toyota might once again explore the route of collaboration, a strategy that has served them well recently. The current A90 Supra, developed alongside BMW, brought us a fantastic sports car that might not have existed otherwise. Similarly, the GR86, a joint effort with Subaru, is a masterpiece of affordable fun. Partnering with another manufacturer could open doors to shared technologies, spread development costs, and potentially bring a unique fusion of engineering philosophies. The the speculation about who that partner could be is already a hot topic with names from across the automotive spectrum.